Alright, here we are. Davy Crockett Classic. This is stage one. This is a four-man breakaway. We're taking to the line. We've got about 3 miles to go here. Um, this guy's in my field. It was 40 plus, 50 plus. This is Joe McCracken. Um, I didn't realize, man, he was roasted pretty good. I drove this break really hard. It was a time stage race, so I wanted to get a big time gap to start off the stage. And guy in the purple and the other fella are 50 plus, and I bridged across to this breakaway. Took the guy in the purple with me. It, oh, little dogs there, little doggy. Watch the dogs. Yes, I bridged across to this. That was a not a super long race, like 50 miles on the first day, and it was up the road. I let it get up the road. It was three guys, and I attacked the field, took the guy in purple with me. We made it across, and I just said, "Hey, let's roll it, guys." It was only about 20-second break when I got there, and I think we worked up to about 2.5 minutes. Just telling these guys to pull through, rotate. We dropped the fifth guy, so it's four. So 250 plus, two guys in the front camera, and Joe McCracken there in the rear camera, myself. And I felt really good. I've been training. My legs felt good. So I was ready for this action. I had my cameras on. I had a lot more footage, but I mean it was just really the four of us rotating and motor ref coming up giving us time checks. Um, for the last hour. And we were in a break for I think the kind of the second half of the race thereabouts. So we're headed back into town to the Latexo High School start finish. Um, and I'm not sure, if this guy Joe can sprint or not. Um, Hopefully he's not sure if I could sprint or not, but I'm feeling a lot better than he's looking here. I didn't really look at his face much during the race. I didn't know his jersey unzipped like that. It wasn't super hot. I think he was just maybe a little more gassed. I really hit it hard at these hills, and then I kind of try to pretend like I wasn't hurting, and not really hills, just rollers. And you guys all right? And yeah, we're good. They're huffing and puffing a little bit, so I tried to wear them down. But I did want to drive this break. I did want to have a good time gap, and so you get to see kind of the last 8 or 9 minutes here of the race, and kind of see how it unfolds here. I was definitely taking longer pulls, but again, the goal was to increase that time gap over the rest of the field to kind of set up the rest of the time stage race. And I didn't feel like I was ever going to get attacked out of this break or popped off the back, but you'll see in a minute here I kind of test the waters. Looks like we have the motor up coming up. He might give us one final time gap here. He was he was a funny dude. He came up. Here he goes. Let's see what he says. 2 minutes. So we got a 2-minute gap here. So it came down a little bit, but like I said, we're only 2 miles out, so we're not going to get caught. It's just a matter of how much time gap can we bang. Yeah, he came up, at one point, minute and a half, 2 minutes, 2.5, and then he came up a little while later, mid-race, and said, 30 seconds. I looked at him and he started laughing. Just kidding. So I thought about throwing that clip in there, but I didn't want to do the extra editing, so apologize for that. So we're coming into about 2 miles to go here, I reckon. But what a fun race. Coonskin cap and a stage jersey along with medal on the line for us. I was so glad that this race got rescheduled because it was originally going to be in February, and it was going to be 20 degrees and miserable, and this was just perfect weather. Beautiful part of Texas. Highly recommend Davy Crockett Classic if you're looking for some fun here. So here I give a little attack. And see Joe's kind of struggling to get my wheel. gets on. I kind of let off. I was hoping he'd counter me because I wanted to draw him out a little bit. And so now I'm just coasting. I'm just waiting. He's recovering a little bit and realized mid-race that it stung him quite as bad as it did, but he was definitely a little bit on the rivet here, you can see. So now I let the gap open up in front of me. Those guys are 50 plus. They're kind of slow pedaling. I kind of slot over here behind. I think the action starts. I think I might have attacked him one more time, hoping he'd counter, or I just stopped pedaling and let the gap open up. But it might be a minute or two early. I definitely didn't want to waste the opportunity here. Yeah, Joe is. So I stopped pedaling. I just stopped pedaling. Like, you guys come around me, I'll let you go. You're 50 plus. And Joe goes. He thinks, well, I'll just attack. And so I go pretty hard. He's looking back, but I'm reeling him in. I'm saving enough for the counter. Kind of come up on him, putting down good power here. He kind of checks up, and then I counter right here, and that's kind of all she wrote. I just kind of wrote him off the wheel there. Was really happy with my decision-making process this late in the race. How I kind of let this unfold. I was patient, but I forced him to attack and or get a strong opportunity to attack, and now I'm drilling it. I'm rolling it in for the last, I don't know if it's a mile. It's probably not a mile now. I think that might be I don't know what that sign said, but yeah, I opened up a gap, and he kind of got popped off. He actually fell in behind the 50 plus guy, so I put time on him, which was good for second place because I didn't know what kind of TT which is the next stage, what kind of effort he'd be able to put in on the 8-mile time trial. I've done really good in the time trial. They give a 30-second bonus for Merck's style, and so you can see, they're kind of fading off in the rear view, and I'm just pouring on the coals, trying to get as much time gap as I can. I think let me see if I on my phone here while this is going. I think I put a minute on him just on this final attack. Maybe just over a minute. And I think I got a 5-second bonus for coming across the line first. Maybe it wasn't quite that much, but I had a good lead going into the time trial. I probably could have sprinted across the line for an extra second or two, but I was pretty smoked there. So that's the win on stage 1. Combined field, I came across the line first overall. These guys were so happy to be in the break with me. Thanks for the pull, he says. Good work. Yeah, this guy that just went by in the red bike and the purple kit, the next day he said, man, that was the most fun I've ever had in a road race. Thanks for driving us in the break and blah, blah, blah. It was good. It was a good day. Good finish. So I just kind of, hey, sorry, man, I had to attack. It's all good. So now we got about 5 hours to recover for the time trial. And I don't have a video for that one, but I'll tell you that I won the time trial by 10 seconds without needing the 30-second Merck's advantage. So I opened up an even bigger lead going into the final road race, which I'll upload some footage from that here in a minute.